As of right now, you're seeing a video about the things that will change as Queen Elizabeth is dead now. If you think it sounds interesting, then first make sure to give a thumbs up to this video, and thank you guys for your interest. Now let's begin. Number 10. The Regal Cipher. A royal cipher is a seal or code that is exclusive to the reigning king and is installed in all government monuments and structures. All of these will need to be revised now that Charles III has been elevated to the throne. The letter E in the royal cipher needs to be changed to a C, Charles, but the letter R should not be changed because in Latin, the letter R can stand for either Regina, Queen, or Rex, King. The decision to implement the modification won't be made until after the new royal cipher has been validated. Number 9. Postboxes. The current postboxes in Britain bear the inscription Elizabeth Regina II. However, this will need to be changed to Cryii once the transition is complete, Charles Rex III. There are around 100,000 postboxes in the United Kingdom, and replacing all of them might take a number of years. The British Postal Service has stated that the older ones would continue to be used until the newer ones can gradually take their place. Until new postboxes are installed in their place, the old ones will continue to have the Arii inscription on them. They would be created with the Cryii inscription on them, and the old ones would be replaced with the new ones as and when the need arose. Number 8. Uniforms. In the United Kingdom, the royal cipher can be found on a variety of uniforms, including those worn by members of the military and the police. It is conceivable that the new King cipher will be incorporated into these uniforms at some point in the future. Number 7. Coins and AMP notes. The authorities have been planning for quite some time for the new cash to be made and distributed into public circulation. At the same time, the old money will be gradually phased out of circulation as the new cash is brought into circulation. The existing lot will be gradually replaced with new replacements as the replacement process is carried out in the department that deals with coins and cash. When the new bills were being printed, Charles's likeness would appear on them in some capacity. On the other hand, the older image of the Queen will remain on display for the rest of this year and beyond. Number 6. Stamps. The most widely used postal service in the United Kingdom is called Royal Mail, and its logo features a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. In order to accomplish this as well, fresh ones bearing the face of the King will need to be crafted. After a portrait of King Charles has been chosen to replace those of his mother on the stamps, a decision will be made regarding whether or not to print new stamps. Dorothy Wilding, a photographer, shot the new photographs of the Queen in 1952 to replace those of King George VI, and those photos remained in use until 1971. Number 5. National Hymn or Anthem. The song was first published in 1745 under the title God Save the King, but it wasn't until the early 19th century that it was adopted as the national anthem of the United Kingdom. The song was written in 1745. The phrase God Save the Queen is included in the words of the British national anthem, which is sung in the Queen's honor. It will revert to the version appropriate for a male monarch, which is God Save the King, with the male pronouns included into the text of the hymn itself. The previous time that this rendition of the national anthem was played was in 1952, during the reign of King George VI. Number 4. Passports. The statements that were stated in the passports that made reference to Her Majesty would be replaced by statements that made reference to His Majesty, thereby changing the pronouns. Passports that are just being renewed will have the word His added to them, and new passports will be issued that contain the appropriate alteration. Passports that are only being renewed will be replaced. Number 3. Queen Elizabeth's successor is King Charles. During her reign of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth had relationships with 16 British prime ministers and 14 US presidents. Her rule spanned the entirety of the United Kingdom. During state visits and other diplomatic gatherings in the future, King Charles will be the one to interact with other leaders from around the world. Number 2. Flags. Thousands of flags that are branded with air will need to be changed. This includes the flags that fly outside of police stations all around the UK, as well as the standard that is flown on a naval ship when a general is present on board. A number of military regiments fly Queen's colors, many of which are embellished with a golden embroidered air. The ensign of the fire service includes her initials, and countries in which the Queen remains head of state, such as Australia, Canada, and New Zealand, have what flag experts refer to as E-flags, which are personal flags for the Queen that are used when she is visiting those countries. It is probable that the Royal Standard, which is a flag with 4 equal-sized sections that flies wherever the monarch is in residence, will undergo a modification as well. The version that is used by the Queen contains 1/4 that represents Scotland, a lion rampant, 1/4 that represents Northern Ireland, a harp. Number 1. Some may dethrone the British King. King Charles is the current monarch of the United Kingdom as well as the head of state for the other 14 countries that make up the Commonwealth realms. According to John Haltywangers reporting for Insider, the Commonwealth is what was formerly known as the British Empire. It was created when British soldiers invaded and conquered various territories all over the world. In November of 2021, Barbados made history by becoming the first nation since 1992 to replace its head of state with a figure other than the British Queen. Due to the fact that some of the Commonwealth kingdoms may have been waiting out of respect for the Queen during King Charles's reign, it is likely that the number of Commonwealth realms will continue to decrease. At least 6 Caribbean nations, including Jamaica, Belize, and Grenada, have given indications that they seek to oust the British King as their sovereign and replace it with a republic. In countries like Papua New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Tuvalu, Antigua and Barbuda, the Bahamas, Grenada, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, people are likely to wonder whether the new monarch will be able to lawfully appoint a governor-general. This is because the constitutions of these countries do not yet refer to the king as the head of state but continue to refer to the Queen in that capacity. The name of the Queen is also incorporated into a large number of other laws, which means that those laws will need to be rewritten. If you liked the video, give thumbs up and turn on the notification button so that you will be the first to watch when a new video comes out.